What is good, guys? Welcome back to Sheer Thoughts. As always, man, you already know it's your boy Chuckzz here. And guys, as you can already see, you know who's here with me. The lovely, the wonderful, the always amazing Miss Soni Panda. How you doing, girl?
Hello. All good here. All good. How you doing, Chuck? You okay?
Good, not too bad. This week was quite a nice week with weather for us. We actually got hit with some like decently good weather for like a random time of December, but
Ooh.
I ain't gonna complain. So it was quite nice, So I ain't gonna be mad at it too much.
No, I hear that. To be fair, because we actually had sun today for the first time, and it was like, oh wow, you can actually feel a bit of heat.
Yo,
This. I'll take it. I'll take
it's
it.
it's like, bro, it really does make a difference. Like when the sun is
Mm,
up and it's like 32 degrees out, but then when the sun is down, it's 32 degrees. Like that sun makes a little bit of a difference. You feel that heat off
it
of it.
does.
It helps, bro. Genuinely helps. But
Yeah.
it's yeah. I already
Mm.
know though that like come January, come February, it's gonna be freezing. It's gonna be bad. I'm just waiting to get over it, bro. I just want to get past that already.
I hear that. I'm trying to keep a positive mindset on it to be like, it's cool. It's going through the seasons. It's you got to have a bit of yin to the yang.
Yeah,
So
of course. I mean, or we could just live in like the Caribbean and just not have to deal with it. Uh,
well, we're not privileged yet. So
this is
until we
true.
get there.
This is true. This is true. But girl, what you rocking? I see those. They obviously look very Christmassy because they look like they're white from the looks of it. I don't know if they really are, but what you got on today? What you rocking?
So these are my branded Pearl 15 denier
Ah,
ones.
okay,
So
there you
they're the
go.
kind of like the off-white creamy type
Mm-hmm.
of color.
Which is dope.
So
I like that. Which is
yeah.
always nice. That's always
Yeah.
especially perfect for the winter, for Christmas. Looks
Mhm.
like it'll match
Mhm.
perfectly well. So that's great.
Yeah. I experienced a bit of layering with it earlier. I was trying like some of the different seamless colors underneath. Oh, it's a bit of
Really?
a vibe. Yeah,
Okay.
a bit of a vibe. So I was like,
Okay.
okay, I might need to create a couple of looks.
Oh
So
hell yeah.
yeah. So
Hell yeah.
I was pretty excited about that.
Word.
But yeah, but what are you wearing today? I see some. It looks like a nice kind of matte finish.
I mean, just good old. I mean, thankfully, this week I'll be ordering. Oh, I'm gonna go on a fucking shopping spree this week. I'm gonna be ordering some good old
Oh
C.
yeah.
I'm gonna be ordering some good old CDRs. Maybe get a couple Wolfords. Maybe get a little bit of Oro
Oh
Blues.
nice.
So I'm gonna be finally getting the collection back up. Um, but I mean, hey, maybe might have to get something by Sony Panda. Just a little great brand out
Well,
there that I've heard
yeah.
of.
I mean, I would
Just
bloody well hope so. Just so at least you can try it
Nah,
more
yeah,
than
I need to.
anything.
I freaking need to. I can't wait though. I'm so excited to try them. But I'm just rocking some good old suntan sheer legs energy. Just I was like, throw
Nice.
these on for the day. Why not? Um,
Nice.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna be wearing nylons later because even though like it's not like super cold out today, but it's gonna be cold later, of course, when the sun goes down and everything. But
Yeah.
I'm going to a football game, American football game,
Ooh,
with my job and stuff, so
okay.
that'll be fun. And of course, I'm definitely gonna be wearing nylons underneath because it's gonna be cold. That I need to be warm,
Yeah.
so that's for sure. Um, but yeah, just rocking these for today. Um,
I
what was
like.
I gonna say? But girl, I was gonna ask you because
Yes.
I've been obviously I follow you. I follow your brand page and all that stuff. And bro, I was gonna say, I've been noticing something on your page for the past like week. Okay, something that I had to ask
Okay.
about because it caught my curiosity. Um,
Okay.
what's up with this like theme shoots every day? Like, bro, what is this? Like, this is
Thank you for
fire.
asking.
This is fire. Like I've been and it's funny because like that's such like a dope idea because there's like the 12 days of Christmas leading up to Christmas, blah blah. But you're doing it
Mm,
with tights, so it's like that's what it looks like, and I'm like, oh, this is fire. Like you're literally doing like a theme shoot every day, and I
yeah.
I mean we've talked about it. You know me, I love themes. I'm always about themes. I'm always about doing cool things like that. Like um quick little sidebar, there's like these two YouTubers that I watch, and they always do they started something 2 years ago, I want to say. And
Yeah.
they whenever they do their YouTube videos, it's always about going to check out haunted places, the paranormal, all that crazy stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's really really crazy, and they've been doing it for years now, and they've become very successful with it. But they did a really really cool concept starting 2 years ago, and now they've done it like I think each year, which is so genius. And they do something called Hell Week. So what it is, because obviously it has to do with paranormal and ghosts and all that stuff, they do a series of videos where, because typically like they'll have like one video come out like once a month or maybe twice a month, because they put in so much production and the traveling and all that stuff. Like they get really into it. But for Hell Week, it's really fucking genius, because what they'll do is like the very first time they did it, it was 7 days before Halloween. So it was like 4 or 5 videos leading up to Halloween. And then, like, the last one being on Halloween. But it's like a video like every other day. So I'm like, bro, that's so genius. So then last year, well, this year actually, I should say, because Halloween just passed, they didn't do it like every other day. What they did was, I think, was like every 2 days. But that's because it was like 4 videos leading up to Halloween, but they spent the week in the real Conjuring house. So it was like, yeah, bro, it's freaking crazy. Yeah, it's wild. It's terrifying. Which was also insane, because that video, like, that their very very first video of that series like blew up because of just like at one point I think it was #1 trending on YouTube. Like, it was so crazy, because it was like something happened that a lot of people are like, oh, this could be like skeptical, whatever, but then you're watching like here and there and you're like, is this really though? Like, it's a little creepy. But yeah, going back to it, like, so I'm loving the theme shoots. I'm thinking it's great. You know, obviously you always do your artistic stuff with it, which I love, which is always dope. But I gotta ask, like, where did this idea come from? Like, why are we doing this? Because you've never done this before. I don't think you've ever done something like this in the past. So that's why I was like, yo, this is very new, bro. And I was like, this is dope. Like, I was like, what's going on here? I had to ask.
Yeah. No, you know what? It was something I've been thinking about doing for ages, right?
Fair enough.
It was, you know, because it was kind of part of like my whole advent calendar with my brand as well. It was kind of like, oh yeah, you know, doing the 12 days, 24 days. And then I was like, oh, actually, just to do something a bit different for like my Sony Panda page generally, I was like, oh, do you know what? Like, I'd love to do Christmas tights, and especially like our theme this year at home is we're doing either Christmas socks, and I was like, oh, do you know what? Can I do Christmas tights instead? But you know what? Actually, this is a great way of tying it in. But my biggest thing was, you know me, I love trying to style things up in a different way, whether it's kind of going out or for work or however you choose. And I was like, there's so many different styles out there.
Oh my God.
I was like, actually, I want to have a bit of fun with it. I want it to be like, if it was to wear it to work, to make it like work appropriate, what can you do? How can you like kind of wear gimmicky stuff like that?
Yeah.
So I think that was my whole
that's smart. I like that.
so that was my whole thing on just having fun with it, because there's so many different types of Christmas tights that you can do, ranging from like the most random, ugly, crazy ones to like really subtle, simple kind of patterns that still work around Christmas time. So it was just it's one of those things I just thought, you know what, let's have fun with it. Let's just kind of put a little bit a bit more effort into it.
There you go.
But yeah, it's actually really fun.
I like it. But I gotta admit, like, that is dope. Like, I do think that idea is so sick, especially because, like, you know, your creativity and the way you get into it, the way you think about it, like, that is really genius. But that is smart though, like, and especially because it's true. Like, you know, obviously, certain jobs, certain work locations, you know, they're like, oh, dress a certain way. You can only wear black. You know, you can't wear certain things. Certain logos or messages. That's like another big thing.
Yeah.
So that is an interesting way, because it's like, yeah, of course, bro. Like, you know, obviously there are people who will wear, you know, red or green for Christmas to work, but it's just like a regular shirt. Or they'll try to wear like a little shirt with a little Christmas like gimmicky thing on it, things like that. But it's genius to do it with tights, because of course, like, yeah, there are definitely Christmas themed tights, but then of course majority of them are probably like not work appropriate, because it could look silly or whatever. So for you to be styling them in a way that it's like, oh, how can I actually make this work with a look, with an outfit? Why not? Like, that's actually really, really smart. That's dope. I like that a lot. That's actually really dope. That's really, really smart, girl. Like, seriously. And especially, it also looks like you're having a lot of fun with it, which is the most important
Oh
thing.
yeah.
I mean, like you look
Oh
like
yeah.
you're having a blast doing it. So I'm like, oh hell yeah, bro! Like she definitely looked like she having mad fun with it. That's awesome.
Oh heck yeah. That was my thing because it was like I think this is that's what I mean. It's that kind of fine line between gimmicky and what the heck are you wearing
Yeah.
to oh my god, like you're so OTT, it's so incredible. So it's kind of like yeah, it's a way of just it's like I said, it's like it's a whole mixture of
Mm-hmm.
like different colors, different patterns, some really bold, some actually really really simple, but it's kind of getting into the you know what? Here's another way of putting it. It's the different moods of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I say kind of different moods because it's like I say, you can go from statement to really simple to
Yeah.
like, and it still feels festive or has that kind of festiveness to it in a sense. So yeah, it's one of my probably one of the better ideas I've had this year.
But you know
I have
now,
to admit.
you know now, you got to do this every
Mm.
year. This has got to
Oh,
be an every
forget
year thing
that.
now.
Do you know how hard it was trying to find
I
all these
can,
types and get them
yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
beforehand?
I
Because it
can,
was like some of the designs are like they've only released like end of November
mm-hmm.
and they look incredible, but I'm
Oh
like, well,
yeah,
I'm not gonna get them in
yeah.
time. And if I do it, it has to be like from the 20th to the 25th or
Mm-hmm.
something. And then it's like, oh, then I'm gonna have to like it's just not worth all that hassle. It's kind of like, nah, look, whatever's available, what I can work
Yeah.
with right now. It's just, yeah, cool. So next year, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna top it next year, if I want to top it next year.
Yeah, nope, fair enough.
So
I hear you. I mean, that's kind of so like that's something like for sure that like I've been thinking about too. Like, especially because like I haven't really been able like financially I was struggling for like some time in the past. So sadly, that's why I wasn't able to have like any nylons really.
mm,
Because of course before, yeah, I was obviously posting a lot every day. Whatever looks, and then I kind of just stopped because it was
yeah.
like I just ran out of nylons. Obviously, they get worn out. I wasn't able to like replenish and all that stuff. Um, but coming the new year, like my whole goal is to starting hopefully tomorrow and everything, like I can order a bunch and then just keep ordering little by little to start building the collection back up.
Mm,
But I definitely want to do like and me, like I will think of a theme for like any little fucking thing. So I'm excited because starting the new year, like I really want to do like a lot of themed looks. And I'm not the most
mm,
fashionable person. You and I have talked about this, but I'm willing to try different fashions,
yeah.
try out different clothes, and then just add a twist of nylons to it just to see how it looks, just because why not? Um,
Yeah.
so I'm really excited about that. So like I'm already thinking of things for, especially because I am thinking of something. How you did like your days leading up to Christmas. I'm
Mm,
thinking of doing like a spring look for guys with nylons, because obviously once the
nice.
spring starts coming, you can start wearing the short sleeve polos or like the lighter colors. And then me,
Mm,
I'm always a fan of like the lighter colored nylon. So of course, like if I could rock like because and I'm getting so detailed into it too now, because I'm not like, I always tell everyone like there's a saying out here, there's a term out here called sneakerhead. So if you're a sneakerhead, it
mm,
just means that like you're very big onto your sneakers. You get like the
yeah.
really exclusive ones. You'll go out, like, I mean, I've seen people wait in line for 4 hours just for a drop of sneakers. Like it's insane. But I'm like, I could never be like that because I dance, so I ruin all my shoes. But I'm already
Mm,
thinking of things for like the spring look one, where it would be like um it would be like I think it would be funny. I would do like a light blue shirt, and then like pink, like light pink shorts, but then like yellow nylons. So then it's like an Easter egg look.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then like
I get you.
my
I get
shoes would
you.
be either like all white just to like make the focus the other clothes, or I could make the shoes like light blue just to match the shirt.
Yeah.
Like, or a blue and pink mix, like something like that. Like, so I'm thinking of all these things now.
Mm,
And then of course, like I want to do something for like St. Patrick's Day. Obviously, like green nylons would be like the most like typical thing to wear, but I always try to like to think outside the box. So I'm kind of also thinking like, instead of green nylons, it would be like gold nylons, but then I'm wearing like a green outfit, like things like that, where it's like
yeah.
try to switch it up to try to be a little different. um but no, yeah, I'm excited just because like I'm also excited because this is gonna push me to try different clothes and like try different looks. And then it's like, if I do wear something that I'm like, oh shit, like this actually looked pretty good. Like, you know, like now I know to do a different type of look, or I could try something different. Because, and I've always been very hesitant about like what I wear, because I am actually like, it's very funny. I'm really insecure by my body, believe it or not. But it's like, I'm just insecure by my body in certain areas. So I've always thought like, oh, if I wear this shirt, it's just not going to look good on me. But then at the end of the day, I've always thought too, like, yeah, but it's how you wear it, how you style it. There's always that. Like, you know, there's always going to be people where it's like, okay, you know, this may not look right on them this way, but if you style it this way, it could look way better. So that's something that I want to start experimenting with a lot more, and really messing around with, just because, yeah, bro, like I want to try to like open up, like, you know, my horizons for fashion, especially including nylons, especially with sneakers, because actually I got to send them to you. They're these sneakers that I came across that are, I think they're an Australian brand, and they kind of look like Nike Air Maxes, but they're not. But their color schemes and the look of them, they're pretty nice. They're actually quite nice. So like I'm excited to try, especially because it would be like, you know, I don't see anyone wearing these sneakers out here, so it's like I'd be the only one really wearing them around here. So I am excited, like, because I've always been like, you know, typical things is Nike and Adidas, or what do you guys say? Adidas, fucking weirdos.
Adidas, I don't know what Adidas is. That is not a brand.
Adidas is the global brand that everyone freaking knows. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so
well, Adidas,
no,
Adidas.
No. Adidas is for weirdos from other countries who think they know English. Anyway. Bro, don't get me started, man. I used to go to war with the people.
Yeah, don't get me started. It's Nike, not Nike. It's Nike.
It's not Nike. How is it Nike?
It is Nike.
How is it Nike?
It's not Nike. It's not Nike.
Why
because
not?
it hasn't got a little thing at the top of the E. No, it's Nike. You just pronounce it how you see it, so it's Nike.
No.
Same with Adidas. There's no extra E's in the Adidas, so you make it Adidas. It's Adidas.
No. It's Nike because, you know,
it's not Nike.
No. It's Nike because America's extra, so of course we got to just add our own twist to it. And then it's Adidas because we just want to make sure we're saying it different than everyone else in the world. That's all it is. That's all it ever is. but
I know. When I first heard that, and I'm like, what brand is that?
She's like, what exclusive shit out here do we got going on? But
I know about this.
And wait, what's the other one? Aluminum.
Oh, aluminium.
Yeah, no, it's aluminum. It's
just aluminium.
Like, it's listen, it's just like fries. It's not chips. Chips are crispy. Chips are potato chips. Fries, they're French fries. They get fried. Let's be real. Okay, it's fries. It's not chips. Okay, all right. It's not a chicken burger. It's a chicken sandwich. What the f is that? A burger is a burger.
Yeah, it's a chicken burger.
No, how?
A sandwich is 2 pieces of bread from a bread loaf. That's a sandwich. A burger is when using actual burger buns.
No.
That's a chicken burger. A chicken sandwich is chicken in between 2 slices of bread.
Of any bread, bro. It doesn't matter because the fact that a burger is a ham burger made out of beef.
Burgers have specific burger buns.
That's not true.
Right?
That's not true.
Burger rolls, what the hell you want to call it.
That's not true because my ghetto ass has used 2 slices of bread from a fucking loaf because I had no goddamn burger buns. So my ghetto ass had to use 2 slices of regular fucking bread to eat my burger with it. It was still a fucking burger because it's a hamburger. And to be specific, I like cheese.
No,
so
that's
it's a cheeseburger.
Sandwich. That's
Girl, how is it a sandwich if it's a burger?
No.
If the meat is the burger.
No. Right, we're done recording now, guys. Happy Thursday. No, I am not gonna have this. I will fight you to the death.
So no. So let me ask you something. So if I'm creating a burger, right? If I'm making my own burger, I cook that burger, right? And then I put that burger onto 2 slices of bread. You're gonna tell me that burger miraculously changes into a fucking sandwich?
It's a sandwich because you're putting it between 2 slices of bread. You're not putting it into the designated burger bun.
So then
that's the difference.
So then what if there's a chicken on 2 slices of bread?
It's a sandwich.
I swear to God, bro. I'm fucking.
It's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
You can
in fucking
only
general.
call it a burger of some sort when it is between burger buns or rolls. They're
Okay.
the only acceptable breads. You
Okay.
you can't put sliced bread in. That's a sandwich.
Okay.
Full stop.
So you mean to tell me that if I were to take cheese, ham, turkey, mayo, pickles, and put it on burger buns, what is that?
That's a burger.
How is that a fucking burger? There's no hamburger. It's cold cuts and cheese on burger buns. It's still a sandwich.
No, because then you're putting
Oh
it
my
into
fucking God.
a burger bun. No, then put it into 2 flipping slices of bread.
But
Call it a sandwich then.
What if I didn't have loaves of bread and all I had was burger buns? So I'm going to use my delicious potato burger buns that I'm going to obviously use for the fucking sandwich. It's still a fucking sandwich.
What? I don't understand. Do you know what? There's a sandwich and there's a burger. There are 2 separate entities. 2. There's no crossing lines here.
Yo, exactly. You're right. A burger's a burger. A chicken sandwich is a chicken sandwich. That's fucking it. That's it. Discussion over. We're done. Anyway, America wins. We won the Great War. Anyway. So, guys, this is the last episode of Sheer Thoughts.
Good night and goodbye.
I'm done. How do we just get into a USA-UK war real quick? I can't. Bro.
I have no idea, but
I will admit though, when I went out to the UK though, it did make sense. Like certain things, like it's really funny because like everyone talks about America and like the only thing about America is that it's just very big. That's really it. There's just a lot of fucking land. There's a lot of areas, like whatever it is. But it's really funny because you guys are quite progressive when it comes to certain things. Like people shit on the UK or will talk shit about England or like whatever. But bro, the things that I've seen you guys do out there, I'm like, how the fuck don't we have that here? Like, it would make so much more sense. Like, you guys have like a whole like wipeout course, like based off that TV show. Like a whole wipeout course set in water somewhere, like at some park. I've never seen a wipeout course anywhere around here, like ever. You guys in like I think in London, you guys have like you have like I'm calling it a zip line because it's just like a line, but you have like a zip line like wakeboarding thing, so you could literally like get into the water.
Oh yeah,
and just be attached to it, and it'll just take. I don't see that out here. Obviously, maybe because where I'm at, obviously I'm in Jersey, so that's a little different. Yeah. Maybe it's in Cali, maybe it's in like Florida, but even then, you know, like I've been to Florida, I've never been to Cali, but I've seen a lot of shit in Cali. Like I've never seen anything like that, because if that were to be the case, best believe with the amount of advertising and commercials that America does, that shit would be everywhere on TV. That shit would be posted everywhere, because the very first thing. There's an indoor go-kart place that's in New Jersey, and they opened up like last year, I think. And bro, the moment that shit opened up, that was everywhere. I mean, Instagram, radio, TV, like they let the whole damn world know. And it's actually really dope because it's a standalone building indoor go-kart track. So one, it's massive, but then 2, it's also 2 levels. So it's really fucking sick. Yeah, it's really sick.
That is huge.
Yeah, I've yet to go, but it's huge. It's a very big deal. But it's just like I sometimes be looking at things like, yo, bro, like you guys I'm sure there is out here, but not around me. But you guys for go-karting out there, like because you guys are big into like Formula 1, yo, you guys do it huge. Like y'all get like the jumpsuits, proper helmets.
Yeah.
It's like gas powered, like obviously indoors electrical, so that's why it's not gas, which makes sense. But it's like legit. Like it's like legit out there. So it's so different that I'm like, bro, like America should seriously be like doing things like this too. But me personally, like I said, I just don't think I see it like that. But of course, it could be somewhere that I just don't notice. I mean, Vegas has a lot of attractions. From what I've been hearing from like people of like other like podcasts or like people that I watch on YouTube or whatever, apparently Miami is like gonna be like the new place to go to, like to move to. Like Miami's always been a big deal. Miami's always been a Miami, but apparently the way they've been changing Miami lately, it's like Miami's now trying to compete with like LA and New York City. Like Miami in the past has always been known to be like, oh, you know, we're just going to go to Miami for the weekend. It's in Florida. It's hot. It's nice. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Now it's like Miami's trying to turn into where it's like, nah, bro, come down here for the week, for 2 weeks, live out here. Like it's changing a lot. It's getting really crazy. Obviously, a big freaking deal that obviously helped with that was Messi going to Inter Miami to play over there. So obviously people are like, oh, fuck yeah. So that's bringing a lot of money to the city too, which is obviously very beneficial. So like America's been changing and doing a lot of things, but it is pretty crazy. But I will say this though. I don't know if you've seen it or heard about this. Apparently, I think it's Dubai or Saudi Arabia. Did you hear about the city they're trying to build?
Oh, someone was telling me about this, and I wasn't paying that much attention. And I was just like, oh, really?
It looks crazy. Apparently, it's supposed to be a 75-mile long city. And apparently there's going to be no cars. There's going to be so like you can apparently get everywhere you need to from a tram system they're gonna have. Like there's no cars. It'll like, so pretty much essentially no pollution. Like it's insane. But 75 miles? Bro, 75 miles? Like I don't even know how long New York City is for the whole thing. I know damn well it ain't 75 miles though. Not that I know of. So it's like, holy crap, bro. Like it's gonna be, and this is gonna be considered a city. Like I would be like, all right, cool. A state being 75 miles, that makes sense. One entire city? That's insane.
Yeah.
That is wild. Like, what? That is so extra.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was Dubai, though. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Dubai, because Dubai is from, I've never been, but what I've heard, it is very. They're just so like, what's the word? So like, not bold. It's very OTT. It's OTT and then some. That's what I hear about it, and like how they do it. It's like, they want to try and top the Eiffel Tower, so they'll build something even higher. And do you know what I mean? It's always trying to top something else. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Dubai.
No, really. and they've been like apparently like really pushing stuff too. Like it's actually really crazy because a big thing for Dubai, which is so insane, is like if they have like some big event that's like coming to town, bro, they'll tear down an entire parking lot structure and somehow build a fucking massive stadium within like 2 weeks, and then be like, all right, we're ready for the event. Like what? Like what just happened? Like this was like an empty lot 2 days ago. Now all of a sudden there's this massive stadium with like unbelievable lighting and an amazing sound system that can sit like 70,000 people. Like how the fuck do you do this that fast? Like there's no way. And apparently that's been like a big thing happening in Dubai. Like they're like the because I'm sure you don't follow like combat sports like that, but when they had the Tyson Fury Francis Ngannou fight, that was in I want to say it was in Abu Dhabi. I think it was in Abu Dhabi. I want to say it was, but it was like apparently like the arena that they built was like built within like a month of the fucking fight, and then it was also crazy because a lot of celebrities wound up going to this fight, but they're not stupid. They apparently paid a lot of these celebrities to go. Don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, like why would you pay them, blah blah blah. But if they had the money to be like, hey listen, we just want you to come this fight so then you can just come support, because bro, at the end of the day, that's actually really smart. Like, okay, fine, you paid these people to come. They could have easily still been like, nah, I don't want to go, I'm not a fan of it, blah blah blah. Fine, they may have taken the paycheck, they may have shown up just to go and see the fight, but at the end of the day, for a lot of people, for the none the wiser, they're just going to watch it and be like, yo, all these people went to Abu Dhabi just to watch this fight. Like, oh, it must be sick out there. That's genius. Like, that's really fucking smart to do. So I was like, bro, like, whatever they're doing, like, hats off to them, bro. Their marketing ways, they're fucking, they're being very smart. Yeah, they're being very, very, very smart with the way they're trying to build it. And sadly, because the reputation of like Middle East and blah blah blah, and people overthink these things, bro. From everything I've heard, whenever I've ever heard people that like go travel out there, the very first thing they're always saying is, yo, bro, it is gorgeous out there. Like it
Mm.
is so nice out there. So it's like, it just sucks that, you know, the Middle East is always going to have this like terrible reputation of like how it can be. But it's like, bro, like that, you know, a lot. It's funny because I think a lot of people think, if they think the Middle East, they typically obviously think of like Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. That's like typically
Yeah.
the only thing they think. Pakistan. So they always think that those countries are like always behind in technology, behind in like how they are in life. But then you like apparently hear about Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia, and it's like, yo, son, it's like
Mm.
futuristic out there. Like it's more futuristic out there sometimes than other countries. So you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like people clearly are getting their facts wrong, their information wrong. Like, bro, like, me personally, I've always been the type where, like, you could hear someone, listen to someone, see something, but you're not gonna know unless you go experience it yourself. So I mean, don't get me wrong. One day I
Mm.
would obviously love to go out there. Like that would be such a dope trip. Um, but then I can at least be able to say like, oh no, when I went out there, you know, like yo, it's like this. Like it really looked like that. Like they got this. Like that's the difference. You know what I mean? So that's why a lot of people that I've heard when they go, they're like, nah, bro. You'd be
Mm.
surprised how good it is. So it's like, oh shit. Like okay then.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that because you do hear a lot. Like I do hear a lot. Like when a lot of my friends tend to go to be like, oh yeah, you know, it is really stunning. But I think I also sort of take it with a pinch of salt because it is. It's also when you're a tourist and you're visiting the country for the first time, you're gonna see it in a different light compared to if you live there in a sense.
This is true. But and that's the other thing too, though. Obviously, for people who live there, it's obviously going to be very, very different. Touristy is
Mm.
touristy for a reason. Obviously, living there is going to be completely
Mm.
different. It's kind of like the thing about people like when they don't understand. It's like when you come to New York City as a tourist, beautiful fucking city, amazing fucking city. The lights, the
Mm.
energy, the atmosphere, all the attractions. It's great. But if you live near New York City or live in New York City, you know how shitty New York City can be. Like, that's just the truth of it.
Mm.
Greatest city in the world, don't get me wrong. Unbelievable. Such an amazing city that people love it so much that they're willing to live in all the craziness out there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like that. So when I used to work at the special needs camp, and a lot of these people from England would obviously come over. Obviously, the very first thing they're doing is, I'm going to New York City. Of course you are. You want to
Mm.
fucking experience New York City. I don't blame you. But then it's funny because they would ask me and be like, how often do you go? Possibly once a year. Like, they're like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? But I'm like, bro, it would be like if me going, how often do you go to London? You ain't going to London
Yeah.
every weekend. You ain't going out there when you know how it is. Especially with the shit that I hear about you guys going, what is it? What was it? The recent strikes or whatever. It's like you couldn't even get on a train. You couldn't take the, yeah, like,
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
bro, if New York City did that, oh my God, would the city shut down? Like, what?
Mm.
Bro, it would be chaos if the fucking Amtrak system shut down in New York City. If that subway system, like, was on strike, oh, hell no. Like, it would be
Mm.
madness because if you live in New York City, there is no reason for you to ever own a car. There's none. Like, there's no reason
Yeah.
for you to own a fucking car. But if you live in New York City and you don't have a car, but the subway is down, you're screwed because then everyone in the city is trying to catch a taxi. Everyone in the city is trying to get a ride somewhere.
Mm.
Uber and Lyfts would be so packed because people utilize
Yeah.
the subway, just like people utilize the what do you guys call it? The tube. That's why people utilize the tube in
Mm.
London. It's going to get you everywhere, which is smart. But it's like it's chaos though, bro. At the end of the day, bro, New York City is so overpopulated. It is so filled with
Yeah.
madness. Like people don't get it. Like it's just
Mm.
it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's an amazing city. It's great. The atmosphere is amazing. The energy is great. But when you live there compared to actually just visiting, it's such a difference, bro. Like such a
Mm.
major fucking difference. Because these people from camp would literally go like every weekend, and I'm like, bro, you've gone to New
Wow.
York City more times in one summer than I've gone in the past like 6 years. Like it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Like it's insane, dude.
Wow. Wow. I can't say I've ever been, so I don't. I can understand, and I mean I get it because obviously like my parents went
Oh, word.
a little while ago, and it was just like they loved it, they had a great time,
Mm-hmm.
but it is just they also like I'm pretty much the same. It is a concrete jungle. It
Oh
is
God,
very
yes.
much
God,
a
yes,
city.
bro.
Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like London. It is very sort of
It is wild.
hustly bustly.
Yeah.
Obviously, yes, there's everything there. There's so much to see and do, but then it's also like you could probably do that in a weekend.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of one of those
Mm.
things too, where it's like, it really is like, if you were to go to New York City for a week, you can, and I'm talking about like you plan this out. If you were to go to New York City for a week, you can literally tick off all the major things in New York City in a span of a week.
Mm.
So you could literally check out the Empire State Building, check out the Rockefeller, go to the World Trade Center, go to the Statue of Liberty, check out Central Park. You know, if you wanted to do it, go jet skiing in the Hudson River. Wouldn't suggest it. A little dirty. But yeah, like you could tick off all those things in like a span of 4 days, like realistically, because the Empire State Building and the Rockefeller Center are not far from one another. So, and the only real reason why you go up one and the other is because you get to say, oh, I went up the Empire State Building, so I experienced it, I saw it from this point of view, and then you go up the Rockefeller because then there is something there called the Top of the Rock where you just go to the very top, has its own observation deck as well. But then on top of that, I think it's from. So this is the difference. If I'm not mistaken, from the Rockefeller, you can actually then see like damn near all of Central Park. From the Empire State Building, you can't. So that's that difference. So this is why you would check out both. You just obviously go up the Empire State Building because it's the Empire State Building, but then you go up the Rockefeller because then it gives you a little different view and you get to see Central Park. So it's like there's all these things that like that's what makes a difference. You obviously go to the World Trade Center because it's the World Trade Center. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, you obviously just go into Central Park to be able to say, "Oh, I'm at Central Park." Like it's one of those things, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's like the big thing that people don't get. Like New York City's massive, but it's also small in the sense of you can be like, bro, if you were to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, you could probably bang out like 10 different things to do in the city. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Oh, wow.
Because once you go up the Empire State Building, you're like, oh, this is cool, take some photos, okay, we're done, bye. Once you go to the Rockefeller, we're up here, this is cool, take some photos, bye. You're probably in there for at max 2 hours each location. You're done, you're gone. There's 4 hours done. It's 12 o'clock. Go eat lunch somewhere like famous. And then you still literally have the rest of the evening to go do whatever you want. Like it's you know, it's unbelievable, bro. And that's why, don't get me wrong, it's called the city that never sleeps, which is amazing. But there's a lot, bro. There's a lot of shit to New York, man. There really is.
Wow. Food for thought.
I mean, I always tell everyone it's definitely a place you want to visit. It's definitely a place you want to go for sure. But I actually just came across a post on my Instagram. I think it was yesterday, bro. The going to New York City during Christmas time is obviously one of the most iconic things you could ever do. But people also need to remember it is one of the most stressful things you could do. Because I remember only one time in my life have I ever gone and tried to go see the tree, the Rockefeller tree, which is like the big thing. And I remember going there. And if you've never been, of course, the Rockefeller like plaza, it's like there's like the building, there's like a whole plaza, there's like an ice skating rink, there's all this thing or whatever. And it's like a whole section you can walk up in. I remember like I wasn't even in the plaza. I was at the curb of the street. That was the closest I was able to get. Wow. That was the only closest I was able to get. Because trying to get through the mob of people would have honestly been impossible. So it's like, bro, there's no fun. Like, I literally walked up, I saw the tree, and I was like, I'm good. And I was like, we can fucking go.
Yeah, there we go. Job done.
Because I'm like, bro, what am I going to try to do? Get up close to try to get a closer picture? Motherfucker, I see it. Like, that's all I care about. It's just to be able to say, oh my God, I got to see the tree. Gone. It was like a video that I came across where like people were trying to walk in the plaza. It looked like a stampede, like a slow stampede. It was just piles of fucking people just trying to move. It's like, oh hell no, bro. Like, this is crazy. This is so fucking crazy. And don't get me wrong, I get it. You want to experience it. You want to see how it is. You want to be like, oh my God, that's fair.
Yeah.
But bro, understand that sometimes it's just not worth it. You know, if it's like, okay, I can only see it from here. Maybe I can only see it from a window. I'll take it. Like, fuck it. I'll take it. Like, it's, oh my God. It's just, it's so crazy. That's why New Year's every year in New York, like people camp out. 2 days before the
Oh
fucking ball
yeah.
drop, bro, because they know there's no way they're gonna get a spot.
Oh
I've
my
heard
god.
stories. I've heard stories of people wearing diapers to the fucking New Year's ball drop because they were like, "Well, I know if I'm in this spot, I literally cannot move for the next 12 hours." Like, you know how insane that is? You know how fucking crazy that is? That's
Oh my god.
insane, bro. It's insane. That's why Black Friday over
Wow.
here, which is your version, is Boxing Day.
Mm.
Black Friday out here is like years ago. I haven't gone Black Friday shopping in forever because I refuse to go out that day because I'm like, I will fight
Yeah.
someone. I will genuinely fight someone. I'm actually such a jerk that I remember one year, me and my friends wanted to do something really stupid. And we were like, yo, let's go Black Friday shopping just to piss people off. Let's just go for the same item as them. Don't even fucking buy the item. Just cause a fight with them to then right afterwards be like, all right, you can have it. Just to get on people's nerves.
Wow.
Bro, because
Wow.
Sony, when I tell you the videos I have seen of people for Black Friday, oh, it's madness, bro. It is fucking insane. I'll never forget there was a video one time of this woman. She it was funny because the one clip showed this woman attacking another woman, and it was like, oh, that's fucked up of her, blah blah blah. And then it cut to, well, what happened 10 seconds before that? The original woman who was hitting the other woman, that original woman had a daughter or had a kid with her. Bro, the other woman ran up on that kid and stole an item out of the kid's hand. What are you doing, bro?
God.
So,
no shame.
Yo, no shame at all. So, yes,
Wow.
I'm going to beat the fuck out of you for scaring the shit out of my child and taking some shit out of their hand. What are you doing? Like, that's crazy to me, bro. And that's how it is. Like, it's so insane. It's just so wild. And I only went Black Friday shopping like once, like 10 years ago, and I literally was like, never fucking again. I was like, never again, bro. I cannot do this shit because I have a lot of patience, but I don't have patience for people who want to be ignorant and fucking think that, oh, well, I gotta buy this, get on my way, bro. You gotta be in line just like everyone fucking else. You gotta pay for this shit just like everyone fucking else. So you might as well have the patience and fucking wait just like everyone fucking else, bro. Because that shit gets ridiculous to me. I can't stand that shit, bro. It's so irritating. It is so annoying, bro. And yeah, people have no shame. People have no shame whatsoever.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
Wow. Thank God we're not like that here. I mean, honestly, oh my God. But to be fair, I suppose like the government will probably just ban it and be like, yeah, we ain't doing Black Friday no more or something because of how you guys are behaving.
That's the thing too. Yeah, I feel like in America they let a lot of things get away for a while, and like they don't shut shit down. That, you know, I mean, granted, that's probably like I remember when like Cyber Monday started becoming a thing. It was like, yeah, that's genius because then a lot of people don't go Black Friday shopping. They can just buy shit online. And of course, with Amazon and retailers have gotten way better online, it's really good. But the way the world is going, eventually Black Friday shopping will die out because everyone just buys everything online.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah.
Like everyone just buys shit online.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, I was just about to say, because now even I remember like the amount of Black Friday offers I got a week before Black Friday. And even like I think I've still got emails coming through saying, oh yeah, the final bit of the sale for Black Friday. I'm like, Black Friday was like a good few weeks ago. Like, why are you still continuing? But it's just I think that's the thing now. Whereas like for instance, when we first started in the UK, it was a big thing. It was mad. It was like, because obviously it's new. Everyone's like, oh my God. But then when you realize, like I've said before, it's like about a week or two before, they'll put the prices up anyway, bring it down for Black Friday, which technically you're probably saving like what, 10 quid, maybe 50 quid max. It's not even a massive saving. Yeah, and then just be like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. But now it's exactly how you said it. All the retailers are like they're starting it a week early. Obviously, then they'll do something for the Black Friday to be like, oh, an extra 10-20% off. And then Cyber Monday. And it's all just, if I'm honest, it's just it's an all year round sale. In the UK, I feel it's always an all year round sale. But yeah, I see where it obviously comes from and stems from, which I thought was cool if you are like a bargain hunter and whatever. But then it's just people make it stupid for no reason. There's no need to behave like it's the bloody apocalypse. Oh my God, I need this big screen TV right now. I'm gonna like hit you for it and, you know, put you in
Bro,
hospital for it. It's like,
it's
no.
let me tell you, it is crazy. Like it literally has become a trend out here. Like every Black Friday, to just watch the amount of Black Friday fights that happen. It is so insane.
Wow.
And it used to be so crazy. Obviously, like pre-COVID, like years ago.
Yeah.
You know, because I had never experienced it, but I remember one year I actually experienced it when I was living with my cousin. This was years and years ago. That I remember the day before Thanksgiving, we were going out to buy a couple things for the food and stuff like that. And like in the
Yeah.
shopping plaza that I was at that had the supermarket, there was a Walmart. There was literally people with tents camping outside of Walmart the day before Thanksgiving. So that means they had already planned to be there for at least 2 nights.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, this is wild to me, dude.
Wow. Yeah, I can't fathom that. I
I
find that
can't, bro. I can't.
like why? Just why? Like, are you telling me you're that desperate for whatever it may be? Like it just, oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. I
it's
can't get down with that. No, no.
Also, bro, it's too cold for all that. I'm listen. I'm gonna sleep in my nice,
Yeah,
warm, toasty
man.
bed. I'm fucking good. I'm all right. I'm not
Yeah.
doing this shit. You
You
crazy?
take days off work for this. You gotta, you know, yeah, you gotta sleep like that. You've gotta like can't have a change of clothes just in, you know, well, probably not change of clothes, but yeah, you can't go pee somewhere. No,
Nah,
man,
yeah, it's crazy. It's too crazy.
no, no, no.
I can't. I
I
can't
couldn't.
do it.
No.
I can't do it. I just. It's not for me. I just can't do it. I'd. I'd much rather spend my time doing something else, taking care of other things. Like I
Yeah.
just. I can't fucking do it, bro. It's just too much. I just can't.
There's more to life than that. I
Oh
think
my
that's
god,
that's
yes.
the whole thing. It's like I get it, cool. There can be probably some amazing discounts where they don't actually rise the price beforehand and
Mm-hmm.
then bring it back down. There probably are some amazing discounts. But at the same time, I'm not fighting no one for nothing. No, thank you. Like that's just a waste of time, waste of my energy, waste of space. Like
Facts.
just no.
Facts.
Yeah. Honestly, no. I'd rather wait and just pay full price. If I really want that
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
I'll pay full price.
Yep, that's fine.
Kind of like, do you know what I mean? Just,
That's like the other thing too, where it's like people always want to get everything right away. I'm like, bro, if it's still there 6 months later, I don't give a
mm,
damn. I'll get it then. Like, I don't need to have it right in that moment. I don't care. Like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm not. You know,
I hear that.
it's just it's silly to me sometimes. I just can't.
But then I suppose the flip side of it as well is, as much as you can blame humans for it, I also blame marketing people
Oh
and
yeah, of
media
course. Yeah,
because
yeah.
the way they word things and like prime example, biggest example going. So when was it? About 2 years ago, I think. It was after COVID and whatever. Um, I think the whole base of it was okay. So what the media done right was caused a huge thing across the UK. Oil, not oil. Fuel is running out. Like
Oh
you can
okay.
only get like it was
Oh, I think
if
I
you could get
heard
if
about this.
Chucks, it was mayhem, mayhem. I've never. So literally, if you could get fuel that day, max you could top up was like 20, 30 pound. If you came with a jerry can, you could only top up 5, 10 pound. You can only come once. You can't keep coming back with jerry cans. Literally, you sometimes I remember me and my sister did it once, right? Because my sister was going home
Mm-hmm.
that weekend and she needed fuel. Legitly, she needed fuel, right? We went to about 5 different places, spent at least 2, 3 hours at each one queuing. By the time we got there, there's no fuel left.
Get
You've got
the
to go
hell
find
out
fuel
of
somewhere
here.
else. So think you're trying to get fuel, you're driving around wasting your fuel to
Yeah,
go and fuel up
exactly. Yeah.
somewhere. By the time they get there, because you've heard the fact that, oh my God, they actually might have fuel. So you'll go whatever time, whether it be 5 o'clock in the morning, midnight, whatever it may be, people do it. And I remember it's like I got lucky. I took a car once because I randomly went. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm gonna go try out the road. I randomly went, managed to do it. But oh my God. But the thing was, everybody then came out saying, because obviously because of COVID, nobody was driving, no one was fueling up.
Of
It's
course,
sitting
yeah.
fuel at the end of the day. And they're saying naturally it would have an expiry date. So what the media try and do is cause such a stir to be like, oh my God, fuel's running out, go, go. Basically, they've got all their surplus that's actually going to run out. people are then hiking up the fuel prices, thinking, well, people desperately need this fuel. They'll do whatever it takes
Yeah.
to pay for it. So it is they made billions.
Oh
They
God,
made
yeah.
fuel was running out everywhere. They made billions. Oh my God, everywhere. It was stupid.
And
It was
I
stupid. All because fuel was gonna just expire.
yeah,
That's all it was.
yeah, and it's so crazy because I think I remember hearing about this
Stupid.
because the sidemen, those guys that I watch on YouTube,
Mm,
I remember they went to go do a video one time, and their video required them to drive cars, and I'd never forget it because they were driving down this one road, bro. The other side of the road had a fucking line, like a line of cars waiting just for
yeah,
gas. I was like, what the
yeah.
actual fuck, bro? Like,
Mm-hmm.
we've had that here. We get like that here for snowstorms, but
Yeah.
we have so many different fucking gas stations that like realistically from my house to a gas station I want to hit, I can literally think of 5 different gas stations I can go to in like a 5-10 mile radius if I really needed to. Because that happened one time.
Yeah.
Because there's like a main one not too far from me where a lot of people
Mm,
tend to go to. So then I was like, damn, I'm running low on gas. Like, let me see it. And I remember I went to this one like corner one that only people really know about it because it's like in a tiny part of like the neighborhood.
oh yeah.
But then there was
Yeah.
no one there. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm going to fill up.
Even better.
So I was like, mind you, there
Yeah.
were literally people waiting at this gas station. And it's like probably about 30 cars just waiting around this gas station. Bro, I just took the extra 5-minute drive and was like, I had a little corner
Yeah.
gas station. No one was here. Was able to fill up. I was gone in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. That's what I mean. Same with me. Within 5-10 mile radius, I can probably name at least about 10.
Mm-hmm.
Call it
Yeah.
about 10. There's
Yeah.
literally 2 down the road. So
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
just think like, honestly, absolute mayhem that time. But this is the thing. I also blame the media. I
Oh, yeah.
blame all that because then naturally people like prime example with COVID. Oh, you can get diarrhea from it. So toilet paper ran out everywhere.
Bro,
All because they
wild.
created such a
Oh,
scare.
my God.
And
I,
it was just it was so stupid. It was, and I remember like especially all the Costco people, they were like, well, actually, if you were the people who are bulk buying, not leaving enough for others, you can't return it just because you've bought it all. Because obviously, naturally, you at Costco, if you haven't used it, you can return
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Literally, you can't. You can't do it full stop because you shouldn't have taken that much in the bloody first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just this is the thing. So it is as much as it is people's mentality to be like, oh my God, gotta go get it now, gotta go get it now, I'll fight whoever. Actually, marketing and media isn't the greatest either in that sense when they create such a stir, thinking, oh, let's make it like you have to buy it now because oh my God, once it goes, it's gone. And it's like, no, man, like,
It's
oh,
it's it's
so
wild. It's fucking wild, bro.
mm,
It is insane what the media will try to twist around and fabricate
yeah,
and put out there to just cause a chaos to make it seem
yeah,
like people got to do this and do that when it's like, bro, take a step back, really process this shit,
mm,
and then really see what you can do with this. Like, and a lot of people don't do that.
yeah,
Sadly, that's just the truth of it. I think. Because I'll never forget that whole COVID thing with toilet paper. Oh my fucking God, dude. I
so
remember like a
stupid.
week before lockdown happened, I went into this market and I was like, son, there was no toilet paper. There wasn't even paper towels. Like, motherfucker, we're just taking
Mm,
everything. I was like, what is
mm-hmm.
going on? I was like, this is insane. It was
Yeah.
it was insane. It was wild, bro. It was so insane. And
It was stupid.
some stores were because the whole lockdown thing, and obviously that was the craze. Some stores were not even just toilet paper. Some stores didn't even have inventory. Like half of their aisles were just empty. I mean,
Yeah.
empty of just everything. You're like, bro, what the shit? Like, what is going on? This is insane. It was wild.
Mm. It was honestly, it was the same for us here. It was literally like, for instance, whoever had the stuff, they would be charging 3 times the price for it. So you think,
Oh
what
God,
the
yeah,
hell?
yeah.
But I remember everybody, like in the UK, everyone became bakers. We ran out of eggs, we ran out of flour, we ran out of yeast. I remember I had to order
Oh my
yeast from
God.
Denmark because nobody
What?
had yeast. Yeah,
That's
honestly,
insane, bro.
I literally had to order it from Denmark because nobody, nowhere sold yeast. But it was honestly that was a whole running joke about COVID here was everybody became a baker because they were obviously working from home,
Yeah.
or they were obviously like laid off for a little while, or whatever it may be. Um, Everybody just turned to like baking and
Yeah.
cooking. So
Yeah.
everyone just became like all these, oh my God, look what these cakes I've made. And it's like, yeah, but for people who actually like, and pasta, we ran out of pasta completely. You could not buy pasta
Oh
at
my
all.
God, bro.
Yeah.
Holy
So
shit.
it was like staple foods like beans and soup and like stuff that comes in cans or whatever.
Yep.
A lot of that was not there,
Yep.
and they weren't replening.
Because
And what?
canned
But
goods
yeah, it
are
was
good
bad.
for a long time. That's a huge thing.
Yeah,
That's so true. That's
yeah.
wild though. What the fuck, bro?
Honestly,
Holy shit.
honestly. But this was the thing. This is what I mean. It's like social media can be a great thing, but it can also be such a bad thing
Yeah.
as well. It's
Nah,
just, yeah, absolutely mental. Absolutely
it could
mental.
be scary, bro. It could definitely be fucking scary.
Mhm.
That's wild.
Mhm.
But I was gonna say, guys, I think we'll end it there for today. It's really, really fun, good episode, which is
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah, guys, we will see you guys next week, and then of course, we will then also, instead of the week of Christmas, guys, we'll be releasing our episode on Christmas Day, not that Thursday. So then there won't be one for that week. And then but the Patreon episode will come out that following Friday. So then it'll be out like the 29th or whatever. So of course, like,
Yeah.
it'll be that Friday. And then we have a Patreon episode coming out this Friday as well, guys. So when this comes out, it'll be out tomorrow because this comes out Thursday. But yeah, guys, make sure you check that out because obviously, for the people who have been supporting the Patreon, we appreciate y'all. Much love. Obviously, we have a lot of more ideas obviously coming for the Patreon. And then me and Sony are getting ready for season 2 of the podcast, so we're very excited about that.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time. We're really looking forward to a lot of things. So just stay tuned, guys. You'll see. You'll definitely see. But yeah, guys, as always, much love. We appreciate y'all. Thank you guys as always for tuning in. And yeah, we'll see y'all guys next time. Y'all have a good one.